Or like if you get the same brand.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Kori Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
ఇక్కడ కూర్చోదులే మంచినీళ్ళు తాగేది
Chandra Santa Shri Krishna Jai Jai Koro Shri Krishna Jai Jai Koro Om Bina Jagata Samasta Om Bina Jagata Samasta Patita Osama Pratita Apai Veda Apra Prabhu Premananda Stu Devabalo Ami Baro Jaya Koro Sita Advaita Bhava kripa bhave Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Srila Prabhupada, please, Lord, heaven the feedback or permanent. Om Agyantim Gyananjana Shalakaya Lakshurunveditam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaryam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahit Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Parama Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Kanta Mostate Tapta Kanchana Radhe Vrindavandeshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Harim Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। So is class started?
Inside the room.
Who is teaching? Pandra going to? प्रेम फल पाकी पड़े माली आश्वादया लता अवलंबी माली kalpa vriksha paya. When the fruit of devotional service becomes ripe and falls down, the gardener tastes the fruit and thus takes advantage of the creeper and reaches the desired tree of the lotus feet of Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. So what is the fruit? The fruit here is, yeah, he reaches the desired tree of the lotus feet of Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. For a long time, it's sadhana only. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And then when Krishna is pleased, then one is able to taste the fruit. But that takes a long time. I mean, there are some fruit here and there, but real fruit is tasted only when one attains the abode of the Lord internally. Okay? Sweta Krishna Prabhu, I think.
रावण से कलात्मा वृक्ष सर करिए सेवन सुखे प्रेम फल रस करे आस्वादन. There the devotees serve the lotus feet of the Lord, which are compared to a wish-fulfilling tree. With great bliss, he tastes the fruit of the fruit of love and becomes eternally happy.
So the lotus feet are compared to the wish-fulfilling tree. With great bliss, he tastes the juice of that fruit of love and becomes eternally happy. Little high. Technology. Yeah, Mataji, I don't know how I get there. Thank you.
Yes. Eta Parama Pala Parama Purushaka Yandra Age Rama Purya Chari Purushaka. To taste the fruit of devotional service in Golaka Vrindavan is highest perfection of life, and in the presence of such perfection, the four material perfections, religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation, are very insignificant achievements.
They are mentioned as the four purusharthas or four goals of life. So Mahaprabhu is telling to taste the fruit of devotional service in Goloka Vrindavan is the highest perfection. And in compared to those, the four purusharthas are very insignificant. I mean, how much happiness can sense gratification, liberation, economic development gives? It's very temporary and not satisfying, right? Compared to the fruit of love of God, it is very deeply satisfying and pleasing.
As long as there is not the slightest fragrance of pure love of Krishna, which is the perfect medicinal herb for controlling Lord Krishna within the heart. The opulences of the material perfection, known as the siddhis, the harmonical perfections, Satya, Sam, Diksha, and so on, the trance of the yogis and the monastic bliss of Brahman all seem wonderful for me.
So what are the four? Huh? Continue, Prabhuji.
The five principal mellows are so great and glorious that they are able to control the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So what are the four Purusharthas here refers to? Huh? What is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha here referred to? The material perfection known as Siddhis, the Brahmanical perfection, Satya, Sama, Titiksha, and so on, the trance of the yogis, and the monastic bliss of Brahman. This liberation is compared to monastic bliss of Brahman. I think they are not related. Dharma, but in general, what the materialists want is material desire, opulences, material perfection. Then the yogis want siddhis. Then the trance of yogis and basically whatever the karmis, jnanis, yogis, which is mystical powers, material perfection, and liberation. Whatever they desire, that seems the goal seems very blissful as long as the love of God has not appeared, and when love appeared, then all this become weak. And that love Prabhupada compares to the five principal meadows. Your question?
How those materials control Krishna?
They don't control Krishna, Prabhuji.
They don't say so.
As long
Five
as
principal mellows so great and glorious that they are able to control the Supreme Personality.
as long as there is not the slightest fragrance of pure love of Krishna, and referring to pure love of Krishna, which is the perfect medicinal herb for controlling Lord Krishna within the heart. So pure love of Krishna can control Krishna in the heart. But as long as that is not there, then yogic perfection, material opulences, and siddhis, and the bliss of monism, they seem wonderful as long as the love has not appeared.
That is one property of five mellows.
What are the five mellows?
Yeah, Santa, Dasya, Satya. Okay. Tolerance, Titiksha, tolerance.
Endurance.
Yeah.
Overcoming all the difficulties in the
That is Titiksha. Thank you.
शुद्ध भक्ति हते खाया प्रेमा उपता उस्माना एतावे शुद्ध भक्तिरा कविये लक्षण. When one is situated in a pure devotional service, he develops love of Godhead. Therefore, he let describe some of the symptoms of the pure devotional service.
So when one is situated in pure devotional service, Shuddha Bhakti, he develops love. So Mahaprabhu is telling, let me describe some of the symptoms of pure devotional service.
अन्य विलास्या शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मलि अनावृतम अनुकूलेन कृष्णानु तिलानम भक्ति. When the first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires. Knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy and spiritual action. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna, rigorously as Krishna desires.
Which continue?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead wants everyone to think of him always, become his devotee, engage in his devotional service, including archana, that is deity worship. Everyone should offer obeisances from moment to moment. These are the desires of Supreme Lord, and one who fulfills the desires favorably is actually a pure devotee.
So how is it going, Prabhu?
Prabhuji.
Done?
Yeah, they learned already one Brahma Samhita and one
Yeah,
Sutta.
you
It's okay. They are going to do that. So in 1 year they will take from.
May Krishna bless them. When first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires. Then what is jnana referred to? It is said that bhakti is free from jnana and karma. Jnana, karma, anavritam. So what is jnana refers to? Jnana refers to? Yeah. The knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy. And what this karma refers to? The fruitive action. Yeah. But in bhakti, do we do karma? We do karma all the time, right? In bhakti. But we just try to do whatever it is, we try to do for the pleasure of Krishna. That karma is included in bhakti. Or jnana, which is needed for Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, that jnana is separate. But free from the impersonal jnana and karma, which is with attachment to material desires. Those are not in the realm of bhakti. And the bhakti must be favorable to Krishna, as Krishna desires. Then Prabhupada says, what does Krishna desire? Prabhupada says, Krishna desires that we think of him always. We become his devotee, we engage in his devotional service, including deity worship, and we should offer him obeisances moment to moment. These are the desire of the Lord. Okay.
The criterion is that the devotee must know that Krishna wants him to do. This understanding can be achieved through the medium of the spiritual science. It is a unified representative of Krishna.
So, what is the criteria that if you are pleasing Krishna or not? A devotee must know what Krishna wants. If you don't know what Krishna wants, then can we fulfill Krishna's desire? Right? If you don't know what Krishna wants, then how are we pleasing Krishna? We don't know.
You see Krishna very well.
Huh?
You see Krishna very well. You know outside everybody. You see
Yeah.
nobody but Krishna.
Yeah. So that's one thing that Prabhupada mentions. Yeah, always think of Krishna. And then here also, like Prabhupada says, the devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. So devotee is meant to serve Krishna in a way that Krishna desires. Because if you serve Krishna in a way that Krishna wants you to serve him, then that is pleasing to Krishna. Na? If you do something that Krishna doesn't like, then how will you be pleasing to Krishna? Correct? Right? So Prabhupada here is saying the criteria is that a devotee must know what Krishna wants him to do. The devotee, so we must know what Krishna wants us to do. And if we do what Krishna wants us to do, then we are pleasing Krishna. Then we are fulfilling Krishna's desire. But if we do what Krishna doesn't want us to do, and if we still do, then it is against Krishna's desire. It won't happen anyways.
So
Correct,
how
right?
to identify what
Ah.
Krishna desires?
So that's a
That is a
Prabhupada.
critical question.
That's a Prabhupada says this understanding can be achieved through the medium of spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Krishna. So Prabhupada said we know the plan of Krishna through plan of pure devotees. But the thing is, we are not qualified to understand what is right and what is wrong. Because we will think with our attachment. And whatever we are attached to, we want to do. But then when we bring pure devotees into the center and what they do, when we do what they want, then we know that if this is what Krishna wants or this is not what Krishna wants. Clear? That's why we need interference of pure devotees in our life. We met with some devotees, we are asking, we need a financial model. So all the devotees came together and they said that we should have a food truck. I said, yeah, we'll acquire it today, tomorrow. So then I asked Kalakanta Prabhu, Prabhuji, food truck, what do you think? He said, don't go for that. So the idea is we want to do, I mean, devotees were like, we really want to do, we need some financial model for our channel. The Prabhuji says, no, don't go for that. Try this and try this and try this and try that. So the thing is, if it's up to us, we will do what we want to do. But then that may not be what Krishna wants. So what Krishna wants is known through the medium of pure devotees. That's why we always want, and we always want to be in the guidance of pure devotees. Any decision we have to make, we'll ask, Prabhuji, what do you want? Do this. Should we do this? Don't do this. And the pure devotees, they never cheat you. They never try to please you. They will never say what you want. You understood, right? Like many times, we say it to people, but we're pleasing to them so that our relationship is not spoiled. Pure devotees they never go for lok vyavahar. Like lok vyavahar means mundane pleasure of somebody because they're directly connected to Krishna. So they always speak what Krishna wants. And if you're acting in a way that you're fulfilling Krishna's desire, then Krishna will be pleased because ultimately it's Krishna's desire. Krishna's desire come through medium of his pure devotees.
Without accepting the gift of something master, coming in the reciprocal acceptance, you cannot find out the real purpose of devotional service. Therefore, one has to accept the filter of his own master and agree to be directed by him. The first weakness of a pure devotee is to satisfy his spiritual master. His only business is to spread Krishna consciousness. And if one can satisfy the spiritual master, Krishna is automatically satisfied. Mr. Prasadam, Pradam Prasad. Here is the success of devotion.
So the thing is, pure devotees, Krishna directly reciprocates with them. They immediately get to know what is if it is right or not. We told Prabhuji, we need a cook from India. He said, not a good idea. Every ISKCON temple gets cooked from India. They said, not a good idea. Then Prabhuji said, try to cook the fish in its own oil. Prabhupada said, that's a non-veg quotation Prabhupada gives. Try to cook the fish in its own oil. How many of you understood? Yeah. So people will cook fish, fish oil. Oil come from fish and they cook fish in fish oil. So try to cook fish in its own oil. Basically, what Prabhupada meant by saying that is whatever service you want, whatever service you want to render to the society, use the society to serve the society. Understood? So basically, he's telling you want to serve them, use them to serve them. Try to create a model that use them to serve them, engage them and serve them, and engage others and serve them. And in this way, try to cook the fish in its own oil instead of just hiring somebody. Therefore, one has to accept the shelter of bona fide spiritual master and agree to be directed by him. Many times we don't want to be directed. Why we don't want to be directed? Because we are very much attached to our ideas. And when we are attached, then we don't want to listen what if they go against us. So we don't want to be directed. And why? Because of fear of losing. This is what I really hold fast to myself. And I don't want to lose it. And that's why we don't want to be directed by the spiritual master. So therefore, one has to accept the shelter of bona fide spiritual master and agree to be directed by him. The first business of a pure devotee is to satisfy the spiritual master, whose only business is to spread Krishna consciousness. See, we are full of material desires, right? But they are not. What is their only goal? Their only goal is to spread Krishna conscious movement. If you see Prabhupada, whatever instruction he is giving, he is only giving from the perspective that how bhakti should spread. So pure devotee only desire is to spread Krishna consciousness. So they will always give instruction which is favorable for spreading. And they will stop you then Kalakanti will ask me, food truck, who will run the food truck? I said, I will run the food truck. He said, give it up. He said, do what you are good at. And he said, anyways, their only business is to, and they're very strict and straightforward. Like, so one must somehow or other, the first business is to satisfy the spiritual master, whose only business is to spread Krishna consciousness. And if one can satisfy the spiritual master, Krishna is automatically pleased. You don't, I mean, how do we know what pleases Krishna? We have our own understanding of what pleases Krishna, correct? So that's why it says Yasya Prasada Bhagavad Prasada. When Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased. We cannot please Krishna directly. Prabhupada says so many times. We can please Krishna only through the medium of spiritual master. This is the success of devotional service. Yes, Prabhuji.
Has been actually proved that the entire world can accept devotional service without patience. It simply has to follow the instructions and represent the purpose.
वाणच अन्य पूजा
Yana.
अनुपूर्य सर्वे गृहे कृष्णानुशीलन. A pure devotee must not cherish any desire other than to serve Krishna. He should not offer worship to the demigods or to mundane personalities. He should not cultivate artificial knowledge which is devoid of Krishna consciousness, and he should not engage himself in anything other than Krishna conscious activities. One must engage all one's purified senses in the service of the Lord. This is the favorable execution of Krishna conscious activities.
अन्य वंश अन्य पूजा छाड़ी ज्ञान कर्म. छाड़ी, छोड़ो ज्ञान, छोड़ो कर्म, छोड़ो अन्य पूजा. Anya puja means any other worship, like any other worship of any other personality. Anya puja, chhadi jnana karma, anya vancha. Give up. Don't cherish. A devotee must not cherish any desire other than to serve Krishna. That is very hard, right? And our juice comes from cherishing desires, which are correct, right? We are super attached. But it is said anya vancha, chhadi, anya puja chhadi, jnana chhadi, karma chhadi. And then anukulena sarvendriya krishnanushalana. Whatever is favorable, all the indriyas, purified senses, should be used to serve for the favorable execution of Krishna consciousness. This, if we try to do this, then one lifetime we can become pure devotees. Each lifetime with the possible means. Yes, Mati.
पंचरात्रे भगवते These activities are called Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service. If one renders such pure devotional service, he develops a devotional love for Krishna in the due course of time. In Vedic literatures like the Pancharatras and Srimad Bhagavatam, these symptoms are described.
So somebody asks you, what is Shuddha Bhakti? ना हम बोलते हैं कि प्रभु व्हाट इज प्योर डिवोशनल सर्विस. सो महाप्रभु इज टेलिंग ए शुद्ध भक्ति इहा हाइते प्रेमा हाया. One who practice this will develop prema. Iha Shuddha Bhakti. Otherwise, we can speak a lot about Shuddha Bhakti, but what our understanding of Shuddha Bhakti. But what is Mahaprabhu telling is Shuddha Bhakti. What is Shuddha Bhakti? Anya Vancha, Anya Puja, Chhadi Jnana Karma. Clear, right? Those who understand Hindi can easily understand. Anya Vancha, Anya Puja, Chhadi Jnana Karma. And then Sarvendriya, Krishnanushilanam, Sarvendriya, Anakulya Sarvendriya Krishnanushilanam. And favorably using our senses in serving Krishna. This is Iya Shuddha Bhakti, Iya Haite Prema Haya. And if somebody practice in this direction, he will develop prema in due course of time. वैसे भी ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ टाइम में होगा अगर ये करते हैं तो. अगर ये नहीं करते तो पता नहीं कितना कोर्स लगेगा. अगर ये करते तो ड्यू कोर्स ऑफ टाइम में डेवलप होगा. पंचरात्रे भागवते यही लक्षण काया. And this is what Pancharatra and Bhagavate, this Lakshan is described in Pancharatra and Bhagavat. All the books describe this is the Shuddha Bhakti. That's what we should try to perform. Pancharatra Mata describes deity worship. Bhagavat describes Shravanam Kirtanam. Pancharatra describe deity worship. So both the books give the same symptoms of Shuddha Bhakti. Yes.
Temple worship.
So how many of you are getting ready for temple worship? Many of you, right? Nobody is getting ready. I'm not saying ready, getting ready.
Temple worship is total deity service.
Yeah. You know how to get to temple worship? Come Saturday, no, Sunday, 8 yeah. Then you get to temple worship. Okay. Sorry, अपने आप को promote करने में अच्छा लगता है कभी कभी. I mean, we want devotees, we want to create more servants of Radha Gopi Ji. That is a real desire. कभी कभी सोचते हैं कि यार बड़ा टाइम जा रहा है, एनर्जी जा रहा है, बट आई एम होपिंग अप्रैल विल बी डन। यस।
तब तक राधा कृष्ण के मंदिर आ जाए।
अरे उसमें तो कुछ साल लगेंगे प्रभु, इट्स नॉट इजी। जब हम यहाँ पे चालू किए तो 8 साल लगा प्रभु जी।
दो
तो
हफ्ते आ गया अपना।
8-10 साल तो लगता है, इतना है। मतलब वी आर नॉट एम्पावर्ड लाइक श्रील प्रभुपाद, वी ऑलरेडी नो 10 साल के बाद कुछ होगा, बट इट जस्ट स्टार्ट्स, द डिजायर स्टार्ट्स एट द बिगिनिंग स्टेज, देन इट टेक्स टाइम।
एक ही टेम्पल है प्रभु, एक ही टेम्पल है।
2 मंदिर है। Anyways, our main focus is प्रचार, है ना? What is the purpose of temple? प्रचार. Main focus should always be prachar, how to spread the mission. And if you see, that is the desire of everything else is just to facilitate that desire, whatever helps. Yes, what is?
Spreading of Krishna consciousness pillars of this through the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam and the discussion of philosophy with people who are interested. Through discussion, one can create an interest and understanding.
If you have some, sometimes we think, how can we create interest in other people to practice bhakti? कभी कभी सोचते हैं, राइट प्रभु जी, वो अच्छे लोग हैं पर कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं भक्ति करने में, सो हाउ कैन वी क्रिएट इंटरेस्ट इन अदर पीपल टू प्रैक्टिस भक्ति? सो व्हाट इज प्रभुपाद इज सेइंग, द डिस्कशन ऑफ फिलॉसफी based on recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam with people who are interested. Through discussion, one can create interest and understanding. By discussing Bhagavatam with others, their interest and their understanding will develop. They'll become more eager to know more about it. It's just why? Because Bhagavatam is um, rasamalyam. It is very nourishing. So when somebody hears Bhagavatam, you're like, oh, nice, nice. So that will create interest. Like you drink, if you're not hungry, and then if you drink some mango juice or something, not American mango, Indian, then it will create an interest. Like, oh, I want to drink some more. It's very nice. So likewise, when we drink Bhagavatam, then we feel like, oh, this is very nice. I want to drink some more. But it should be in discussion mode. If you tell them read, then they don't understand much and then they lose interest very quickly. But if it is discussed in devotee association, then they relish it more. And that creates interest and understanding both. So you all know what is Shuddha Bhakti? How many remember the verse of Shuddha Bhakti? Mahaprabhu says, Iha Shuddha Bhakti Haya. You all remember?
No material desire, no affection. I don't know the first one.
No material desire, then no Anya Puja. No Anya Puja, then Chadi Jnana Karma. Then
Give all your senses onto me. So,
use all the senses serving Krishna. But all our senses, correct? Use your tongue in serving Krishna, mouth in serving Krishna, ears in serving Krishna, nose, eyes, sense of touch. Use all your senses in serving Krishna. You can use the sense of touch in embracing Krishna. When you go to Gopijan Vallabh, you can embrace him if you want. You can touch his lotus feet. Correct, right? If you have deities at home, you can dress them. You are using the sense of touch in serving Krishna. That's how. Okay.
Sango being the many people, but travel, vision one, Krishna praise, saving, Bhakti, Chaitan. Bhakti, our devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of Karma. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designations, and one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord.
So Sarva Upadhi Vinay means, what does Upadhi means? Can you give some example of some Upadhis? I'm this body, Manohar Gopal. Or I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm a manager, I'm just a peon or whatever. Or any other example? I am this and I am that and this and that and this and that. So,
Temple Krishna.
so Sarva Padi Vinirmukta.
Yeah, it is like.
है ना? All I am sannyasi, I am brahmachari, I am a grihastha. ऐसे महाप्रभु से ना हम विप्रो ना क्रियापति ना वनिष्ठित है ना? So sarvapadi vinirmukta. So what will happen when you engage in serving Krishna? You become free from all the upadis. है ना? And then what is the other thing? Tat paratvena nirmala. Nirmala means purified. Tat paratvena, the senses are purified. The senses, what is impure senses? They want to engage in impure things. You know? But when the senses are purified, then those desires goes away. And how this will happen? Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana. Use your senses to serve Rishikesh. Because he is the master of the senses. So use the senses in the master of the senses. And if you serve like this, Bhakti Ruchyate, that is called Bhakti. This is Narad Muni from Pancharatra. Alright, I think we hear this definition 100 times right now. But it's pleasing every time we hear, right? Because we're not there yet. So it's pleasing to hear.
I result in the hearts of heart.
So what is Kapila Muni saying? The Ganges will flow to ocean, right? No obstruction. Likewise, the devotee will have no obstruction if they simply hear about Krishna. Lord Kapila is saying, my devotees simply hear of me, their minds come to me. Just like Ganges attain ocean, my devotees' heart attains me. There can be no obstruction if they just hear about me. How many of you like to hear about Krishna? Please raise your hand full. How many of you like to hear about Krishna?
So the love should be natural, isn't it? The love should be
Natural.
natural.
It
It should
will-
not be a showpiece.
Yes, Prabhu. It will awaken.
It has to come at ease, just like the Ganges runs
Yes,
to the ocean by.
No
That is-
obstruction.
It is the dharma of that.
Yes.
The Ganges.
So-
So reach the ocean.
So just like Prabhuji, when Ganges flow, na, some obstruction will be there. Like some mountain comes.
Yes.
Then the Ganges will wait.
That is what that Diksha comes in.
Uh,
That is.
so it will take some time na, for Ganges to reach the ocean because there are obstruction. Then if a valley comes, then it's filling. But eventually it does not deter the Ganges to reach the ocean. There will be like, it may take few months to fill up the valley, then come then mountain, then it has to raise the water and then it will cross. So there will be many obstacles.
So emotion is given by Lord to us.
Yes,
The
Prabhu.
emotion,
Correct.
that is the quality is given by Lord.
Yes.
So that emotion should be completely employed for the Lord. That means it
Certainly.
should be a natural outcome of the emotion.
Yes.
That is the same.
Yes. Perfect, Prabhuji. And that will naturally awaken as the heart becomes more and more pure. This thing will awaken. That's why there is no need to, like Prabhuji says, not a show bottle. So it's not something that we can acquire by investing our emotions. It's something that is awakened from within, naturally as the heart becomes more and more pure. So if you just hear about the Lord, their minds come to me. I reside in the heart of all. So everybody raise their hand in hearing about Krishna. No? Don't like to hear? Hmm? I have not tasted hearing about Krishna. Okay, who's next? In the hearts of all. So the Lord is resides. Lord Kapila is the incarnation. So he resides in everyone's heart. And the devotee will awaken the Lord. He will start seeing the Lord. He will develop a relationship with the Lord within the heart. Right now, Lord is there, but we don't awaken, right? When we see the Lord in our heart, then we will see the Lord in all living entities. But right now, we don't have that relationship inside now. So we see others as designations. We also in designation, we see others also in designations. But when the Lord awakens and we see others, then that is pure bhakti.
Focus on the one person, not Paramatma.
You asked the same question earlier.
Why they are adopting.
Well, Bhagwan realization includes all the realization methods. So this will be natural outcome of Bhagwan realization. A Paramatma realize will not realize Bhagwan. A Bhagwan will realize the Lord in everyone's heart and in one's heart. Sunni Cheva Sopakicha Pandita Samadarshina. He will it's included. All right.
These are the characteristics of transcendental loving service to Purushottam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is causeless and it cannot be obstructed in any way.
So what is the cause? What it means that it is causeless. The devotional service is causeless.
Without any motivation.
It's causeless. There is no reason. There is no reason. Mercy. Yeah. Or how it is explained is there is no material cost to it. You know, just like we say Lord is Nirguna. There is no material quality. There is no Rajagun, Tamagun, Sattvagun in him. Nirguna. So likewise it is causeless means there is no material cost to it. Oh, I gave this $10 to this homeless person, that's why my bhakti increased. It is said that only bhakti gives rise to bhakti. You do bhakti and your bhakti will enhance. But there is no material cost to bhakti. All right? In that way it is costless. And it cannot be obstructed in any way. It is said bhakti once began cannot be stopped. It may seem to stop for some time, but it cannot stop. Like the bhakti stopped for Maharaj Bharat. It did stop for some time, right? Because he gave up his bhakti, he stopped his yagyas, and then he only started taking care of the deer. But then it cannot be obstructed because then it began again in the deer body. That deer body is as good as human body actually. Because what is the prerogative of human body? They can hear about Krishna, they can think about, they can work towards the goal of the life. So in deer body also, he got the human body actually. Correct, right? Because he has the same consciousness in the past life and his interest in hearing about Krishna, he is performing tapasya. Deer cannot do that. Correct. And then he again got a human body, and so it cannot be obstructed. Unless there are some offenses, then we become monkeys in Vrindavan, but that is also okay. At least in Vrindavan, you're taking birth. Then again we come back to human birth.
Quick question.
Hmm.
When you say that like bhakti is not the stop or it's not the stop. Like we also hear or see that I think okay, that Prabhu is that or this is somebody's right. So how I mean will there be
Just like Bharat Maharaj fell down,
Yeah.
but did he really fell down?
but it's again the next one.
But
It's not
Krishna
the same.
says it doesn't matter, no? Because the soul is eternal. So if we see from the perspective of body, it's next birth.
Okay.
If you see from perspective of soul, there's a glitch and then soul journey continues, and then glitch and soul goes back to God. So there is no real obstruction. The
At some
path
point of-
can be like this. There can be glitches, but the jiva will continue. There's no obstruction.
Thank you.
My devotee do not accept Salokya, Shastik, Swarupya, Anitya, or oneness with me. Even if I offer these liberations, in prefer to serve.
So what is Lord Kapila Nirmada Devahuti? I tell them come to my lok. What do they say?
I will still serve.
You go. I tell them I will give you a form like me. What does devotee says? You keep your form with you. In a way, what is their only desire? My Lord, I want to serve you. How I want to serve you? That you decide. But I don't want any one of the 5 kind of liberation. But I want to serve you. That is Lord Kapila telling to Mother Devahuti the qualities of my pure devotees. We see how, like one pure devotee we hear Maharaj Chitraketu, na? How anxious he was to take a demon birth. How anxious he was. Devi, I accept it. That's great, right? So be it. Now please give me your permission so I can enter into a demon birth. Parvati, like, Lord Shiva says, see, this is the quality of pure devotee of the Lord. है ना? Because Prabhupada says, I'm going to hell to serve Krishna there. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, while leaving the body, he said, Prabhupada is calling me. And same Bhakti Tirth Maharaj. I don't hear pure devotees telling that, now I'll become a gopi in Krishna in Vrindavan. I don't hear that. We only can speak those things, they don't speak. What is their only desire? Their only desire is, I'm going to serve wherever my Guru wants. So they become interested only in service. What was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire? Whichever birth, Janmani, Janmanishwari, Bhavatat Bhaktir, let me be engaged in your causeless devotional service. And how I want to serve you based on your desire. You see the purity in that? One thing is I want to serve you in a way I prefer, and one is in a way you desire. In a way, desire is pure, na? Because then I have nothing for myself. But in a way, I desire is what I want. But what you want is what you desire, I surrender to you. That is one of the symptom of pure devotees. In preference to serving me. And the Lord himself is telling about quality of his own devotees. Interesting, right? Not a devotee telling. He's telling this is the quality of my devotees. So Prabhuji, Salokya is having the same planet, residing the same planet. Then Shasti is opulence, same opulence. Sarupya is same form. Samipya is close to the Lord. And oneness is Brahman realization. So a devotee does not want five kind of liberation. He says, my devotee, instead of that, they prefer to serve me. So, it's, see, for example, somebody, if you are in a job and somebody want to do what you want them to do, or somebody want to do or work for you what they like to do. समझ गए, right? Or somebody wants to work for you and want to become an order carrier of yours. आपको बताओ क्या चाहिए? ठीक है. नहीं तो नहीं, ये मेरा जॉब प्रोफाइल है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये अटेंड करना है. तो whom will you be more happy with? जो आपकी इच्छा को पूरी करे ना कि जो अपनी इच्छा को पूरी करे. तो हमें वो बनना है. Okay, last verse for today.
भक्ति मुक्ति आदि वांछा यदि मोने भय सिद्धाना करिले प्रेम उत्पान
ना हया.
If one is infected with the desire for material enjoyment or material liberation, he cannot rise to the platform of pure loving service unto the Lord. Even though he may superficially render devotional service according to the routine regulative principles.
सब लोग को डरना चाहिए वर्ष सुन के. एक्चुअली बड़ा डरावना वर्ष है ये.
Even if one follows all the 64 regulative principles, he cannot attain pure devotional service with a contaminated heart.
Bhukti mukti adi vancha yadi mane haya. If your man has the vancha, the desire for bhukti mukti, sadhana karile, sadhana karo, prema utpanna haya. मतलब अगर मन में भोग और मुक्ति की इच्छा है, जितना मर्जी साधना कर लो, प्रेमा उत्पन्न ना है. काफी डिप्रेसिंग है, राइट? नो, करेक्ट, राइट? हु इज स्पीकिंग? देखो महाप्रभु रूप गोस्वामी को कितना शुद्ध टीचिंग दे रहे हैं एक्चुअली भक्ति का. दिस इज टीचिंग ऑफ श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु टू रूप गोस्वामी. भगवान स्वयं बोल रहे हैं, कितना शुद्ध है एक्चुअली. भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि वांछा यदि मने हाया, साधना करिले प्रेमा उत्पन्न ना आया. और कह रहे शुद्ध भक्ति ही करनी. क्या मुक्ति अनलिमिटेड है? मुक्ति तो पता नहीं.
Mukti is also a desire, is it not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So that desire also has to be given.
That has to be given. इसलिए तो भगवान बोले ना कि My devotee does not want Salokya, Samipya, Sadupya, Sayojya. He just want to, in preference to serving me. तो वो मुक्ति की इच्छा भी छोड़ दी ना, बस सेवा की इच्छा बची। तो वही बोल रहे हैं, एक तो भुक्ति की इच्छा है, एक मुक्ति की इच्छा है। तो भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि मतलब कोई और इच्छा हो तो फिर इन द ब्लैंक्स कर दो आप। मुक्ति
Is that same in spiritual world or in the material world?
मेटेरियल वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो, मतलब मेटेरियल वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो, मेटेरियल वर्ल्ड में ज्यादा ना, स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में आपको भुक्ति और मुक्ति की इच्छा नहीं होगी, केवल सेवा की इच्छा होती है, तभी तो वहां जाओगे ना।
मतलब तो
वहां जाओगे तो वही
you have to deal with the material world now, at least at this time. So, yeah, it is even
I always have this question. Not liberation itself is going back to God. Is it right?
लिबरेशन माता जी इन जनरल शास्त्र में 5 प्रकार के हैं, सालोक्या, सामीप्या, सायुज्य, सालोक्या एंड शास्त्री, 5 प्रकार के। तो उससे हायर है भगवान का सेवा, सर्विंग कृष्ण।
जीवन मुक्ति with reference to this.
जीवन मुक्ति,
जीवन मुक्ति.
या प्रभु, देयर आर 5 काइंड ऑफ लिबरेशन ना।
Jivan Mukti means you feel detached completely in this material world itself. You know, including you not even desire of having
those things,
mukti or liberation or what kind of liberation.
Huh.
So it is a Jivan Mukti, correct? Because I have read something over.
I mean, principle is clear.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is called जीवन मुक्ति also. I don't recall directly. पर प्रिंसिपल इज क्लियर कि किसी भी प्रकार का मुक्ति भी एक इच्छा है।
Going back to Godhead is also mukti.
Going back to Godhead for what is the question? Going back to Godhead for mukti is still a desire, one of the 5, but going back to Godhead to serve Krishna is okay. Just सेवा की इच्छा से जाना चाहते हैं। से बोलते हैं कि भगवान के बारे में सुनना भी एक सेवा है। भगवान के बारे में सुनना या भगवान का कोई भी सेवा ना भोग की इच्छा से होता है तो वो कंटेमिनेट हो जाता है, इट बिकम्स कंटेमिनेट विद द डिजायर टू एंजॉय। जनरली वी हियर इफ वी keep chanting then the material desire will go away, generally we hear, right? But Mahaprabhu is telling unless you are practicing bhakti with the desire to not have those desires, by rejecting those desires purposefully, it's not going to work. समझ गए? One thing is I want to maintain it, then it's very slow. But if you are really trying to get rid of them, even though the desire remains, and then the bhakti can become Shuddha bhakti. Then prema can utpar, prema can. Your question? Consume it. Yeah, I am also consuming simultaneously.
So is it there in Goloka Rangana also? Is it this Samipya, Samipya?
जनरली वैकुंठा लिबरेशन है माता जी। देखो सायुज्य तो ब्राह्मण हो गया ना, वो तो वैकुंठा नहीं हुआ। पर जैसे if you become a cowherd boy, then it can be seen as I mean, if you go to Vrindavan, it can be seen as Salokya, you are in the same, and Samipya, you are living close by to the Lord. But generally, it is referred to Vaikuntha. But the general understanding is it's there, but a devotee don't desire any of those. He's like, Krishna, how can I serve you? Well, you come back to me. All right. Krishna, how can I serve you? Well, you go down and you do this service for me. All right. So that seva bhav is more important. You're trying to cultivate it, my Lord. This is Prabhupada said, na, Hare Krishna Mahamantra means Krishna, how can I serve you? So through beginning, we are trying to cultivate. We worship Tulsi, seva adhikaro diye, karo nija dasi, make me yourself. That's that bhav we are trying to cultivate.
So what they will do, even if they are on the same planet, they will be serving.
हाँ, यस माता जी, वहां पे जाके सेवा रहता है, पर यहाँ पे उसका डिजायर हाईएस्ट नहीं है। वहां पे जाके सेवा ही रहेगा ना, तो सेवा ही डिजायर करो तो वो मिल जाएगा आपको, पर इच्छा सेवा की रहेगी।
We are for that purpose, but we are just keeping our goal to serve
कृष्ण, यहाँ पे या वहां पे सर्व कृष्ण।
We are not finding is that particular.
हाँ, yes. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके 2 बेटे हैं सपोज, या बेटी, जो भी आपके 2 बच्चे हैं, एक बच्चा बोले कि एक है कि वो आपके साथ रहना चाहते हैं, एक है जो वो करना चाहते हैं जो आप वहां जाके ये काम करो, एक है नहीं नहीं मुझे घर से बाहर नहीं आना, मैं यही रहना, पर आपको बहुत नीड है कि वहां जाके कोई करे, है ना? तो फिर अगर आप बोलो और वो जाने की इच्छा हो उनकी, तो वो हायर है, क्योंकि उनको वो दे नॉट होल्डिंग एनीथिंग ऑन अ पर्सनल लेवल, दे आर लाइक दे लेट गो ऑफ एवरीथिंग एंड दे आर एट योर जुरिस्डिक्शन, आप डिसाइड करो वो करेंगे, तो वो बहुत हाई हुआ ना, कंपेयर टू आई रियली वांट टू होल्ड दिस बैक विद मी, तो वो फिर वो शुद्ध भक्ति नहीं होगा।
Goes back to God with the intention of just serving the Lord. They will also inspire, restore the Lord.
या बोल सकते हैं, some of them will be true, like for example if somebody is a cow then it's not a sarupya, क्योंकि it's not the same form as Krishna, but salokya is there, samipya may be there, living in the same planet as the Lord, may not be having the same opulences as the Lord, so maybe two are satisfied, but so they will meet, but a devotee does not aspire for these in preference to serving with love. Oh, pure. ठीक है, so it's 8:28, 2 minutes remaining, so we'll end here. अब 2 minutes for Nashing Aarti. Okay. Somebody can lead Nashing Aarti. Anybody would like to volunteer? आप लीड करना चाहते हो? हाँ. इसे भक्त विश्वनाथ नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, भक्त श्रीमान श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Thank you very much. Devotees on Zoom, thank you very much for joining. Dandavat pranams, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavat pranam.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.